Good morning. I have, on this rainy Tuesday morning, I was a little sad. It was raining this morning. I have Tony and Josh here from South County. We're going to be talking about the Pacific City Surf and Turf Dinner and Silent Auction, which is on March 31st. Good morning.
Good morning, Tillamook. How we doing out there today? That's right, Lisa. It's a little sprinkly out, a little rainy, but nothing we can't handle. Yesterday was a gorgeous day. Can you believe it? It's not even spring yet, and the daffodils are up. Yesterday, I was down.
I'm going to top this, Josh.
I was down in South County, did a little bit of surfing, and the weather was fantastic. I got into my car and I saw the thermometer 71 degrees.
Yeah, it's 73 here.
I couldn't believe it. We'll take it. I can't wait for more days like that to come.
I know. It was a nice little surprise of summer, wasn't it? You're too funny.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll be here all day, folks.
Oh my God.
We got a great show lined up for you.
You should just come do this. Okay, for real stuff now. Josh Armstrong. Is your last name Brands, Tony? Is it Tony Brands?
Please don't say that over the radio.
Oh, sorry. Let's call you Tony. We are talking about, again, the Surf and Turf Dinner. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we've been trying to do a crab feed for quite a while, and Tony and I just decided to run with it, and apparently it's really difficult to get crab.
Right now, in general?
Well, just as like a donation.
Gotcha.
You know, we try to do as many things as possible with kind donators, and
right.
And crab is there's lots of rules and regulations that you have to go by. So we did.
That's interesting.
It's a high ticket item.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So we kind of broke it up, and we decided to do not just a crab feed, but a surf and turf. So we got some tri-tip donated, and it's going to be a good time. There's going to be lots and lots of food. Mm-hmm. And we ended up getting 100 pounds of crab donated from Pacific Oyster.
Oh, cool.
And I'm still not done trying. So hopefully somebody out there listening, they have to be commercial crab, and it has to go through a cellar. So
gotcha.
Other than that, we got lots and lots of gifts donated so far. And yeah, we're trying to stir up the community and get a buzz going for this thing.
So let's talk about what the thing that you're raising money for is
a sports complex. Yeah. We worked out an agreement with the school where we've already built their play structure, a covered play structure behind the Cloverdale grade school.
Nestucca Valley Elementary.
Yeah, it's the big white school right on the highway. Yep. Anyway, so we built the covered play structure a year and a half ago. I think, yeah.
Which is great, especially for days like today. The kids can still go outside. We Karen Tennell, who is the principal at South Prairie, was in last week, and we were talking about they're one of the first schools that's going to get some money out of the Tillamook school with district bond. And one of the things they're getting is a covered play structure. And it happened to be the day that it was like super windy and rainy, where if you think about it, our weather in the last 5 days has been so bizarre.
Yeah.
It was like torrential downpour, wind.
Freezing and snowing earlier.
Yeah, beautiful sun, and now it's back to rain. But yeah, we were talking about on days like today, it's great. The kids need to get out and get the energy out so that they can be more focused in the classroom.
Well, and the state's requiring more outside playtime,
physical time,
physical activity time, and that's what spurred this whole situation. Was the Cloverdale school didn't have a really good place to play because they have one gym which is usually used during school time for PE and stuff. Right. And so they have this little tiny, it was a 16-foot covered play area that ran the whole length of the school, and they shared windows with the classes. Oh my gosh,
yeah. So the kids are
completely disruptive. But anyway, so we built this play structure, and in the process, the school was saying, well, you know, do this for us. And we're like, well, what are you guys going to do for us? And they said, well, we don't know. What do you think? And they had 26 acres sitting behind it that was all overgrown.
Someone told me that yesterday, and I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a huge parcel. And so anyways, we wrote up an agreement with the school, and the school's been really, really great working with us. They support everything we do. On the other hand, we keep them in the loop on exactly what we are doing back there. It's a joint thing. But anyway, so we got the 26 acres set aside for us. We cleared it. Who was it? Jeff Hoffert came in and logged it. Ken Fallon came in, and right out of his surgery, he had surgery, and he was, the first day they released him, he was out there running the excavator for us. And so anyways, we pulled all the stumps, had everything burned, and we put culvert pipes in and made a pond. That was the last thing we did at the end of the summer last year, before the rain and winter hit. Yeah. And so that's kind of where we left off. We've got a lot of earth to move. That's the next phase, I suppose, is trying to put a grade on the whole property. And we have to do it in a strategic way to fit the fields that we want without having big terrace walls between, to separate. We want to try and keep them all relatively close as far as the height goes. And so in the meantime, we are working with the school's engineers, and we're going to try and get a drawing or something, a nice one. Well, we have the ones that we've done on paper, and just put like the build. Yeah. But we're trying to get the engineering
like an
firm,
actual engineered drawing.
Yes,
plan.
And so hopefully that'll be here for this dinner.
Oh, cool.
And also I think the school is working on their expansion also, and so I think they're going to have their stuff ready as well. Cool. So if you go to this dinner, you'll be able to see the potential,
kind of a rendering of what it's going to look like.
And it's going to be really neat.
That's really cool. You keep saying we, and I know who you're talking about, but can you?
Okay.
Well, actually, hold on. Don't do that yet. Let me do a quick break, and then we can talk about the organization behind it all. Tillamook is farm country, and nobody serves this farming community better than the co-op. I should have you do this, Tony.
I'd love to.
Here, you can do the next one. Tillamook's Country Store. The co-op is actually 3 stores in one. Are you looking for work clothes, hickory shirts, work boots, rubber boots, rain gear, and gloves? The co-op has it. You'll find fencing, stock tanks, and everything from PVC to 18-inch culvert pipe in stock at Tillamook's Country Store. And no more hunting for that hard-to-find bolt. You'll find a complete selection, galvanized or stainless, whatever you need in standard and metric, O-rings, boat drain plugs, they've got it all. Tillamook's Country Store treats you right. When you stop for fuel, your windows are always washed because they care about their customers. And the kids count too. There's toy tractors, trucks, trailers, and animals for that young farmer in your life. Plus, the co-op has Purina feeds to help your livestock thrive. Offering quality products since 1936, Tillamook Farmers Co-op is Tillamook's Country Store. And I was just in there yesterday, and they have little chickens in there if you're looking to add to your herd of chickens. Flock of chickens? Flock? What do you call them?
A bunch.
A bunch, yeah. Or if you're looking to start using chickens, they have chickens in there.
A bucket of chicken?
Chicks. They're so cute. A bucket of... yeah. Okay, we're talking with Josh and Tony, and we're talking about the Pacific City Surf and Turf Dinner, what it is supporting, and now we're going to talk about the organization behind it all. So, I love that you don't really have to talk, Tony. This is all Josh.
I'm waiting.
You're just...
patiently.
You're just moral support.
So, I'm trying to think of the date. John Strader is on the board, and he just told me the date that we founded this organization. I want to say it was in 2015 is when all this started. Kenny Hurleman called me up, and he said, Josh, you got to go to a school board meeting. And so him and I went, and we left as president and vice president of a nonprofit that was going to build a covered play area.
And you walked out and you went, wait, what just happened?
How did this happen? And if you guys know who I am, then that's you got to kind of chuckle at that. So anyways, I'm vice president of Navasi, and Kenny Hurleman is the president. John Strader is our secretary. We had Evan Carver on there as a treasurer at one point, and then he had He wanted to go on the school board. The school board position opened up, and we can't be affiliated with the school.
Conflict of interest.
So he jumped ship from us and went to them, which he's doing great. And we also have Ben Owens and BJ Clark are also on the team. So.
You're right. It was November of 2015. I Googled it real quick.
Oh, perfect. I was close.
Yeah.
And so anyways, since then we've been trying to do as many fundraiser opportunities as we can. We collect cans. We have a drop spot for cans at the feed store and at the grade school and at my house as well. And we do the Oktoberfest with Tony here.
Yep.
We help out. We're his staff. And we do Clover's Day events. We do a breakfast there, and we help out with the community events there, scooping ice cream and stuff like that. And Reach the Beach also with the Pelican Pub.
Cool.
We help them out.
So you're busy.
Yeah, and not only that, with this whole project, it's not just building a sports complex. It's restructuring the youth programs altogether, because the way we have our insurance set up, we are now able to cover any event that
nice.
the board goes and helps.
Yeah,
we're covered for any event that we put on. Everybody that helps is covered, and same thing with our athletes. And like we're redoing the wrestling program, the softball program, the baseball program. Cool. We have yet to have any volunteers to coach soccer, but I'm
sure that's coming.
That's coming.
Especially once you get the intention is a sports complex where you're going to have multiple fields and multiple games going on at one time.
Yes.
So I'm sure once there's a more availability of practice field space and things like that a lot of those things will probably come around. When
people see what's actually going to be built, it's kind of mind blowing. It's going to be really nice. We're going to have four baseball fields that are pretty similar. One's going to be the high school baseball field. One's going to be the high school softball field, and then 2 practice fields. But they're all going to be relatively the same dimensions and layout. Right. And that's because we want to be able to hold tournaments for each group. Yeah. If we have a high school tournament, we're going to have 4 baseball fields out there ready to go. And same thing with the girls softball. We're going to be able to convert each field to fit who's playing that. Right. And it's going to be all turf infield with grass outfield.
Is there tennis courts? Is that what I see? I see there's a picture of the Pioneer. April Bailey from the Pioneer did a story last year in June. And if you just Google NVASI Tillamook, it showed up. Can you see it? That little rendering?
That was the very, very first rendering.
Yeah, because it doesn't have... But it's got... I mean, it's kind of cool to see how it could... And I know, like you said, hopefully there'll be a more updated rendering at the Surf and Turf dinner.
There's... Oh, cool. The first picture that you find on the internet there is...
Interwebs. Yeah.
Is several years old. And that was
probably the very first.
Yeah,
like we got to start with something.
Yeah, that's the very first. That's the unveiling when we took it to the public at first was that one. This one we have like a lot more stuff in there.
Yeah,
we realized the
football field.
We realized the space that we had, and we could utilize a lot more of it. And so it's gonna be huge.
So speaking of, it's gonna be huge. Let's talk about the dinner, and let's give Tony some time. Yeah, airtime.
All right.
Here.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Lisa.
What can you tell us about the dinner? Because it sounds like fun. I have the little poster here in front of me.
Yeah, certainly. Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate you letting us come in here today at KTIL, and pleasure being here at Tillamook today. So the Surf and Turf dinner coming up Saturday, March 31st in Pacific City at the Kiwanda Community Center. It's going to be a great day. Come on over and see us. We're going to have some tri-tip. We'll have some Dungeness crab. You like tri-tip? You love crab? Of course you do. So come grab some at the Kiwanda Community Center Saturday, March 31st. We're going to have
There'll be all the fixings too, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Side dishes.
We got
and
plenty of sides, baked
like
potatoes, salads, dessert, all that. Beer.
It'll be a full meal.
A full meal, yeah. You'll get plenty to eat. We'll have some beer there, courtesy of the Pelican Pub. So
nice.
Wash that tri-tip and crab down with some beer skis. Get some wine from Tori Moore, right? Tori Moore is donating some wine. We'll have some music, some live entertainment there. Some local musicians are coming through. Pretty excited about that. We've got 4 or 5 musicians that are going to play throughout the night.
That's great.
Silent auction as well. So we've got a lot of donations that are coming through. So get your pen ready and put your name down at the silent auction.
Yeah.
Bring your wallets.
Yeah, for sure. Tickets are $30. Pre-sale tickets are $30. And I assume, up until the day of?
Yeah, at the door, it'll be $35.
Yeah. And you can get pre-sale tickets sold at Oregon Coast Bank. Is that both the Tillamook and the Pacific City location?
Correct.
Okay.
And I think even the Lincoln City branch as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. The Rusty Couch is in Cloverdale, little antique store there, and then the Kiawanda Community Center. You can get pre-sale tickets there. Or if you know, probably like if I know you, Josh, so I could like, hey, can you get me some tickets type of thing?
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sounds like a good time. I was asking, can we talk about the sponsors down here? Like,
Yeah.
I see Pacific Restaurant is on here. Are they providing food?
Nelia and the Pacific Restaurant, they got the salad.
Oh, so they're like they're bringing in side dishes.
We try and spread the love around.
Sure, absolutely.
It makes it easier and it makes it a funner event. But yeah, the Pacific Restaurant is donating the salad, and Nelia will be there, and Will Reddish from her restaurant will be there as well. Those two are going to be spearheading the kitchen. They're in charge of the kitchen.
Yeah, cool.
And Tony, I hope Tony's got the list of volunteers for the kitchen staff, because he started naming off names and they started ringing bells. I was like, wait a minute, those guys are local, they're local cooks and chefs that are big names that could run this by themselves.
Right, and they're helping out.
And they're just helping out with Nelia. So we've got an all-star cast in the kitchen. And then the Sportsman, they donated some beer.
Nice.
The Pelican Pub, they're huge donators for us right now. They donated all the tri-tip and the potatoes and a couple kegs of beer as well. So
awesome.
Yeah, this
it's going to be a great event.
Pelican Pub is stepped up amazingly.
It's going to be a great event. And it's in the newly remodeled Kiawanda Community Center.
Correct.
Which you had Oktoberfest in last year, and it was great. It was nice to see that whole kind of expansion there.
Yeah, the expansion turned out really nice. It looks great inside. So looking forward to having the Surf and Turf dinner there. Plenty of room inside. So if you're interested in maybe a wedding, a reception, class reunion, a business meeting, whatever.
It's a really nice facility.
Yeah, it turned out really well.
Get a hold of the Kiawanda Community Center and they'll get you pointed in the right direction.
Is there a limit on tickets? Because, I mean, at some point, it is a limited space. I mean, you can't, it's not like a big open field.
Right, we're looking at about 250.
Okay.
So get your tickets now while they're available.
Right.
And
you don't want to drive down there and get turned away at the door because you're at capacity.
Yeah. Some of the other sponsors we have is Tori Moore. He owns a winery in Dundee, and I think he's the local neurosurgeon here in town.
What?
Yeah. I think that's right. I'd have to.
Somebody's yelling at the radio now. Just so
I'd have to talk to my wife. I'm not real good at some of these things. But
put her on speaker.
Yeah. Tori Moore Wines, and she's texting me as we speak, so she might be listening. No.
Okay, so
not the local neurosurgeon. I know. I was like, what?
So, anyways, Tori Moore,
he knows the local
winery out of Dundee, Oregon, donated all the wine. That's a big sponsor, and also Pacific Seafood out in Garibaldi. Whitey, I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he's going to go ahead and donate 100 pounds of crab.
Awesome.
So he was the one guy that
was like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. But if you are listening and you know how to get a hold of commercial crab that can go through a cellar, get a hold of Josh Armstrong. And like what, over at the fairgrounds?
Yeah, and I talked to Nelia yesterday, and she said that I needed to get a hold of this other guy in I think Bay City at the spot. So
yeah.
I'm gonna call Kelly Barnett.
Kelly, yes.
Yeah, and see.
That's a good idea.
I just put him on the spot just now.
Oops. Phone calls coming.
So, anyways, I'm gonna stop talking because my wife's texting me.
I'm gonna let Tony do the next break.
All right,
go for
ready?
it. Clark's Plumbing. Go for it.
All right, don't turn that dial. Do I just go ahead and do it?
Yeah.
Do you know one of those do-it-yourself kind of guys? They're always telling you to do it yourself. Well, sometimes that isn't the best solution. You're in luck. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a complete bathroom remodel, or maybe replacing that septic system. Do yourself a favor, call Clark's Plumbing. They're professionals. They'll get the job done. Anything. New installations, upgrades, that stopped up drain, you name it, they can do it. So the next time you hear do it yourself, do yourself a favor and call 842-5105. That's 842-5105. For the professionals at Clark's Plumbing.
Fabulous.
Man.
Round of applause.
I don't need a plumber, but I'm going to call those guys just because of that. How
it sounded so convincing.
Yeah.
We're talking with Tony and Josh from, Tony, you're not on the board for Nestucca Valley Athletic Supporters. You're just helping them.
I'm a well-wisher. I am a part-time associate, mostly a volunteer for the Navasi. I'm helping out.
It's something you care about.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And you want to help support them.
You know, I live and work
support the supporters
down in South Tillamook County, so I'm the head wrestling coach for Nestucca, and I really appreciate what the good folks at Navasi are doing for the community.
Yeah, for sure.
So when they're putting on an event such as this, I feel it's time for me to pitch in and help out.
Cool. And you also do Oktoberfest. Do you want to take this opportunity to see if anybody would like to take that over?
Well,
I mean, if that is something that you are considering, sure. Go ahead and talk about it.
All right. So the Oktoberfest, it'll be the third annual Oktoberfest this fall in Pacific City at the Kiwanis Community Center. And if you have an interest to help out your community, it's a very fun event. We had a blast. Past couple years, oh my goodness gracious, it was amazing.
Yeah. It is. Oktoberfest is a fun time. Generally, it is yours is usually in the first part of October.
Yeah, was it Columbus Day? Explorers Day? Something around it's like the second week of October.
Yeah. Lots of beer people that are there, good German food.
Yeah, we had 10 beer vendors last year, all from Oregon. You know, the good microbrews. We really luck out here in Oregon.
I know.
All the choices we have. It seems like there's a new brewery popping up every week. So we really luck out here. And
So if someone wants to kind of head that up, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they could stop in at the community center. They could call the community center. They can track us down on Facebook. They could shoot me an email.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because PC Oktoberfest is on Facebook.
Yeah. And you give me a call. If you see me walking around in town, stop me, and I'll point you in the right direction. We'd love to have some additional volunteers.
And you get to see Tony dressed up in lederhosen. It's pretty sweet.
That's one of the perks of the gig.
Socks and suspenders. Yeah. We have just a few minutes left, and we're talking about the Surf and Turf Dinner, which is March 31st. It's a Saturday. Happens to be the day before April Fool's, which is also Easter this year. They fall on the same day. And it's also the end of spring break.
Can I shout out real quick a list of some of the donators that have gifts at silent auction?
It's exactly what I was just about to ask. I thought maybe you were going to say like the sponsors, and then I was going to say, do you have a list of like what's in the auction?
And some of the musicians as well.
I'm going to just real quick hit some of the people that I've got for donations.
Sure.
We've got Hampton Lumber, the Rusty Cow, Madeline's.
Vintage Marketplace.
Yep, the Vintage Marketplace. Shorepine Village, the Blue Heron, Salishan, Restaurant Beck, Pacific City Hardware, Bros and Hose, South Prairie Store, Burden's Towing, All-Star Appliance, Roby's, South County Sporting Goods. We've got some stuff from Warner's, the Cheese Factory, Willamette Dental.
My goodness.
We've got, I think, a saw from Hollowell's.
Wow.
Boyd's, and
that's a long list.
Boy, it just keeps going. Chinook Winds. I think Megan Kephart's going to do a pedicure or donate a pedicure. Yeah.
We've got some stuff from Nike and maybe the Blazers too. We're kind of
we've got some stuff from the Blazers maybe.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Still got a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And if you're listening and you have something that you're like, hey, I'd like to donate, get in touch with Josh or Tony.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Certainly. And we're looking for some additional volunteers as well. So if you want to help out with this event.
Oh, music.
Please,
music.
We got time for music?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, what song do you want to hear? Oh, you want me to talk? Okay, sorry. Shifting gears here. So, we got some live entertainment, some live music at the Surf and Turf Dinner, Saturday, March 31st, from 4 to 9.
Appetizers start at 4, dinner starts at 6.
Correct,
yes.
Correct. Joe Lashina is going to stop by during our event. He's going to belt out some tunes, play the guitar. If you haven't seen him yet, this is your opportunity. And also, we got a couple other musicians I'm going to let Josh tell you about. But I'm pretty stoked about the Gamma Rays, some surf music. Man, they are fantastic.
Spoken from the surfer who showed up with a surfboard on top of his car today.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
But we've got between 4 and 8, we're gonna have local solo artists playing guitar and piano and whatever else they want to play.
Some ambient music.
Chris Ashby's going to be one of those guys. Mario Venti is going to be another. Joe Lucina, and I think we've got one or two more. I can't recall who.
Gamma Rays.
Well, yes, and the Gamma Rays, the ultraviolet Gamma Rays, are going to be headlining starting 8 o'clock. We're going to wrap up our silent auction at about 7:30, and if everybody just stays seated and waits, because it takes time to process the bids. We wanted to have entertainment for people so that they can hang out and enjoy some beer and wine and watch the Gamma Rays play. And
Sounds like a really fun night.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Tickets are $30. Pre-sale tickets are $30. Available at all the Oregon Coast Bank in Tillamook County, the Rusty Cow in Cloverdale, and the Kiawanda Community Center. It is $35 at the door, but as we said, you guys have a limited number. So
yes, correct.
If you really want to go, make sure you get pre-sale tickets.
Please.
Does Navasi have a Facebook page?
Yes, we do.
Or a website or anything?
We have a Facebook page.
Okay, so you can, if you look up there, NVASI, you can probably find information and get in touch with them that way. Saturday, March 31st, hit up the Surf and Turf Dinner. Sounds like fun, food, and fabulous people. I don't know. I was trying to go FF and F.
Gifts.
What? Yeah, gifts. What'd you say, Tony?
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars. Hey, thanks, guys, for coming in this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
If I ever need a sub, I'll just call you.
I'm available per diem.
Okay. Tomorrow, Commissioner candidate Carrie Fleischer will be on. Don't forget, senior meals noon every weekday at the Kiawanda Community Center in Pacific City, as well as the Tillamook Senior Center at 4th and Stillwell. Cost is $3 for seniors and $6.75 for everyone else. Tonight at 5, Food Roots is having their ribbon cutting ceremony at their storefront at 113 Main Avenue, which is next to Sunset Tans. Go over there and check out their new offices and new storefront. This weekend is another showing of Tapa's Sweethearts show. It's a comedy with shows Friday and Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2. Tickets are available at Diamond Art Jewelers, 842-7940. Saturday is the annual Tillamook Bay cleanup from 9 to 3:30. Volunteers will meet at the Bay City Art Center at 8 a.m. Please call Rob Russell, the Tillamook Bay Watershed Council Coordinator, at 503-322-0002 if you have any questions. And on Sunday, the Commanders Jazz Ensemble from the U.S. Air Force Band of the Golden West will be putting on a free concert. They'll be performing exciting music, honoring our veterans, and telling the Air Force story. This free concert will be held from 3 to 5 Sunday at Tillamook High School Auditorium. Hey, guys, thanks again for coming in this morning.
You're welcome. Have a great day, Tillamook, and we'll see you at the Surf and Turf Dinner.
On March 31st.
March 31st.
At the Kiawanda Community Center.
That's right.
Thanks, Lisa.
And thank you, Tillamook, for listening.